Hello and welcome back to the Dig Stuff channel. So I've just been on my Dorchester-On-Thames excavation and I have filmed lots of footage and taken a video diary of every day. However, this little SD card decided it didn't want to save anything, so unfortunately I have nothing to show you, which is really disappointing, as I'm sure you can tell. I'm going to try and make the most of it though and move on and try and still talk about what happened on the dig. So yeah, the first 2 days we got to the dig site, looked at it, thought, wow, that's a lot of dirt and not very much archaeology. And that's because the JCBs had come in and taken off most of the topsoil, but we still had to clear out all the rest of the dirt that was closer to the archaeology because I didn't want the diggers just going straight through it all. So we spent the best part of 2 days wheelbarrowing, shoveling and mattocking away at this dirt which is just blocking all the archaeology. So that was a lot of hard labour in the very hot sun, but we got it all done in the end. One pretty cool thing which did come out the first 2 days though was that I found this Roman nail. This was on the spoil heap and completely out of context, so they said to me you can either chuck it back on the spoil heap or take it home, so I thought cool, I'll have it, why not? And you can see where it's gone into wood and they've, the end is obviously poking out, so they hit that back so it's bent upwards, which is quite neat I thought. So on day 3 it rained. However, fortunately for me, I was in the fines tent, so I avoided all the bad weather. In the fines tent we were cleaning up the artefacts that had been dug out of the ground. At this stage we were only doing artefacts from the previous year's excavation, as this year we hadn't got to the point where we were taking artefacts out yet. It mainly involved cleaning pieces of pottery and bone with a toothbrush, and yes, archaeologists do actually use toothbrushes. But that was really nice as a day off from all the hard work that went in the first 2 days. So on day 4 and for the next couple of days I was actually in the trench and doing some troweling, so doing some archaeology. I was digging in an area that was supposed to be a kitchen. There were lots of animal bones and pieces of pottery, mainly greyware, which is what the Romans would have used for cooking and for food storage, which was obviously highly indicative of it being a kitchen, or at least somewhere where they'd have prepared or made food. This was also where I found my first coin, which I was really pleased with. It was a bronze coin from the 4th century. It was pretty worn, so you couldn't really see much of the details, but it was really nice to find that. It felt quite good. Kind of wish I'd been able to take that home. So yeah, having worked in the area by the kitchen for a couple of days, I then moved to the other side of the wall and was working in what was a spoil heap outside the kitchen. Essentially someone had just dumped their waste out of the window or just out the door. In this heap there was lots of pieces of animal bone and lots of pieces of pottery again. Obviously this is broken and they were just throwing it away. Here I also found another couple of coins, so that put my coin count up to 3. This indicated that someone had managed to drop their coins whilst they were throwing out their rubbish, so I bet they missed those. And finally, for the end of the first week, I was working in the pit, as it was dubbed, which was a huge, well, pit. At this point we decided it was a spoil tip, and there were various layers you could see in the stratification. The layers of spoil where they'd sort of tipped a load of animal bones in one layer and pieces of pottery and different types of earth indicated the different layers. In one layer there was a huge amount of cow mandibles, which are the jaw bones. For some reason they were throwing tons of these away, and there were a few other bones, but those were the main ones. There was also a dog skull. I don't know how that got in there, but clearly someone didn't love their pet quite so much as to give it a proper burial. Anyway, I'm going to split my account of Dorchester-On-Thames up into 2 videos, though I did have one for every day. I can't apologise again for not having any real footage of the actual excavation. It's really annoying, so I'm sorry about that. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this Dig Stuff channel video, and see you around.